We are not the same. I see you. What is up, guys? Welcome to your boy StraightUpHippo, and today we are back on Need for Speed Heat with this 2000 GTR. Now, I've actually been using this car for a very long time. If we go over to my wraps and go over to my library, I've had this blue one. I actually can't see what that says because my camera's in the way. 19th of November, I've had this car. Was that before the game came out? Possibly. I've been using this car for a very long time. I know it's very good, and today we're going to see where it places on Gary. In the last episode, you actually voted for the P1 GTR, but if you look in the top right, I don't have enough money for it yet. I'm working on that. So, in the meantime, we're going to test this because I know for a fact it's fucking rapid. I also still need to retest the RSR. That is gonna get higher. I need to retest it with the V6. This series is basically an RSR meta series to find out what is like up there, what can be competitive as an RSR alternative. This 2000 GTR, I'm already gonna say it. It's up there, you know, with the alternatives you can use. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and customize it first. Then we can go ahead and take it out onto the track, show you all of the performance customization, etc. So, as far as customization goes, there honestly isn't a lot for this car. There's a lot of dechroming parts. There's an intercooler one, which is pretty cool here. But if we go around the car, I'll quickly skim it and then customize it myself. There's really not that many options. If you've played Need for Speed 2015 or Need for Speed Payback, you would have seen a lot of these already. Weirdly, there's a side skirt option, and there's also a trunk lid option, but you can't do anything with it. Really weird. Again, the rear fenders are the same as the front ones. Another option for dechroming at the back with the tail lights. More dechroming options at the back bumper. Diffusers are normal, and the spoilers are actually less on this car than any normal car. There's no big fat wings, like there's just normal wings, and then the stock wing. There's no lips either, which I find quite weird. And that's pretty much it. There's also headlight options, and there's a lot of headlight options. I feel like most of the why can't I click it? How do I get down to the headlights? Why was that so much effort? Yeah, a lot of the options just went into the 14 headlight options. That's so many, but they're pretty cool ones as well. For me, I kind of already know what I'm going to do with the car. See, there's even an intake version there. That's pretty cool. But I think I already know what I'm going to do with the car. So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to sprink a little bit of magic sauce. Yeah, I didn't really do much to it. I didn't want to go crazy with it and add stupid bumpers. I got rid of the spoiler. I think that looks pretty nice. Looks like Japanese mafia type beat. I also made a wrap for this earlier. Where is it gone? Nothing too major. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. It's just black with a window banner and stuff. And then it's also got my sticker, which is for some reason on the bumper. As seen in Need for Speed merch at StraightUpHippo.com/shop. You know what? We're actually going to add red NOS to kind of match the highlights of red surrounding the car. Now, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and say, make sure to subscribe. I've been uploading like mad recently, like every single day. So if you have been enjoying this so far, it would mean a lot if you could go ahead and smash. Anyway, we're going to go over to the performance options now. So as you can see, I've actually already been using this car. We are going to make sure all the parts are on track. They should all be on track already. But as you can see, I have the flat 6 currently in there, and it's all ultimate with the Roots Supercharger. That's actually the fastest for this car. But if we go over to the part shop, you can see there is a huge array of engines to pick from, 7. And the car actually starts off, if we go here, with 109 on the PPI scale. So we're going to go ahead and slap the flat 6 in. I think this is the fastest. Honestly, I don't really know. This is what I've been using since launch, and it feels pretty rapid. Anyway, with that being said, I want to go around, just have a warm-up lap, so, you know, get ready before we take this on Rare Bear and place it on top of Gary. In the open road, I am just gonna gut it. I'm just gonna gut it, and I want you to watch. I said gut funny then. Gut. 3, 2, 1. And then it's already at 100. What was that, like 3 seconds? 0 to 100 in 2 seconds. Right, like just now we're already at 190. Oh my god. The one thing about this car which makes it really fun to use is how easy to drive it is. It is honestly fantastic. I think it's going to place top 3, if you want me to be honest. Obviously, we haven't tested the RSR yet with the broken V6, but with all that being said, I reckon it's probably going to be up there with the Pagani and the F40. It's a really, really good car. Right, jump, go for it. I feel like in this, it's a lot easier to keep grip, as where with the Pagani, you have to be really careful about throttle control and stuff. Now, one thing I will say, even though the RSR has been, like, buffed in this game, there is so many cars that are actually a lot better than they were previously. What I mean by that is in 2015, You know, the RSR was really good, but there was hardly any cars that, you know, statistically were on the same level. Although the RSR has been nerfed, it feels like a lot of the cars in this game are just faster. Like, across the board. Feels like instead of slowing the RSR down, they've literally just made everything faster. Which, Ghost, I mean, I'm not going to rant at you this video. You're probably all boozed up. Christmas. It's approaching Christmas time. Holidays, holidays, holidays. You know, the staff parties. I bet they're absolutely wild in. If you're watching this from Ghost Games, you know who I'm talking about. I've met some of you guys before. It doesn't feel that fast. Which is really, really weird, because I was just doing 200 miles per hour. Have I turned motion blur off? I actually don't know why. It feels really slow, but it's absolutely rapid. Was I the only one that, you know, when watching Top Gear back in the day, like, the slowest laps always, like, they looked the slowest, but they were actually the fastest? Wow, like, look how it just maintains grip through that corner. You can actually follow a line. So as far as Gary goes, there is such a big difference between the kind of upper echelon of cars being the F40, the Pagani Huayra, what I believe to be the 2000 GTR, and then cars a little bit lower down the list, like the Evo and the R32. I know a lot of people still seem to think the Evo is really good. It's shit. I don't know why. I don't know where people seem to get this idea from. I know a few people have made videos about it saying it's really good, but honestly, it's not good. I literally said that 5 seconds into my Evo video. But, you know, there's a huge difference between the kind of upper echelon of cars and the bottom echelon of cars. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and take on to Gary. Put my money where my mouth is. Also, my hood is up today, not because it's cold in the house. I had a really bad hair day today. You don't want to see what's underneath this mullet. Right, so here we go. It is the time of 4-bit question.
Awakening.
So the time to beat is a 2:53.5 set by the F40. Close second is the Huayra with a 0.63. And then just kind of ignore the RSR time. We're actually going to retest that. I'm actually going to just put a big line through it so people will know that this needs to be retested. In this series, I also don't tend to corner cut as well. That's another thing. I try to make it as even as possible. That's why I'm not using NOS as well. It's just so we can actually test the car's raw performance and not anything extra. I tell you what. As far as handling goes, coming in at a 102 there, second lap. As far as handling goes, this could be one of the best handling cars, you know, out of the upper echelon being the F40 or the Huayra that we've tested. Are we actually going to do this on my first run? I haven't messed up at all. It's so easy to drive, man. Oh, right, never mind. Oh my, whoa. Can't ever do things the easy way. Always got to make it sauce. I also want to stress, I haven't said this in a few episodes, this isn't like a sweaty list. This is kind of just a very casual, laid-back list of times. I get people messaging me after this like, the 918 isn't the worst car in the game! Oh, for God's sake, man. Yeah, like, relax. Like, it's not, like, a serious list of times. I do think they're accurate to the performance level of the car. Like, I think every time I've done is accurate, but I just see loads of people moaning. Stop moaning, man. We're all living life on this earth. Let's have a smile. Let's be happy. I do not have enough years on this earth to be getting sad of a 12-year-old moaning about peak performance. Look at the angles. Angles! Oh, it's your boy. And he's taking the racing linos. The car actually looks like some Japanese mafia type shit. I would try to do a Japanese accent, but I really don't want to come across as racist, so we're going to leave that there. They're nice and clean. Oh. Yeah, this car, I'm having a lot of clipping issues. It seems that corner, that kind of high-speed corner on Rare Bear, it makes it really obvious which cars clip through the ground and which ones don't. This one is definitely suffering from those problems. So maybe that might be a point of contention for tuning. Maybe don't have track suspension in and maybe try one of the other suspension setups which sits a little bit higher. This car should really be coming in at maybe like a 102 or 101 maybe. We're doing 210 miles per hour, but it really doesn't feel that fast. It's quite weird. 103. Okay, so that's around about where I predicted. Does that look like I'm doing 180 miles per hour right now? Or am I just tripping bollocks? We're coming into the final lap with a 2-minute. That might have been a 1:59 actually. Holy shit. Oh, just then it clips me. And then it clips me into the fucking ceiling. Please, if the God is looking down on me, he would be like, StraightUpHippo. I really like that. I think everyone watching now. Oh, that is fast. We're coming in at 102. Wow. I don't want to, like, you know, jinx anything. But this could be a car for undefeated, you know. This is absolutely rapid. I reckon if you use this with road tires and you mess around with the diff and all that stuff, this is gonna be a really fast car. Obviously, we're using the old track setup now just because that's what I've done with every other car in this list. It's not the optimal setup in this car at all. I will end up doing builds for all these cars of like the optimal setup, what you should use and stuff. But right now, this is very... Look how easy I can just put it into 158. So just to remind you guys, 253 is the time to beat. If it's going to quite do that, I don't know, but it's definitely not far off. Right, we're on the back straight, 90% of the race, and we're currently just hitting a 245. It's not going to do a 253, but it's definitely in that upper echelon. And we're coming across the line with a 255.5. Wow. Okay. That is very fast. That means it places just under the Huayra by 2 whole seconds. Now, 2 whole seconds, that's quite a lot of time, but my predictions were correct. It is up there with the big boys. I think that's pretty fair. Maybe I could have maybe done a little bit better with my time, maybe bumped it up to a 254, but I think the actual place in the leaderboard, I think that's pretty accurate. Give this car a go. I have the flat 6 in it with the Root Supercharger. It is one of the better cars in this game. As far as Japanese cars go, this might very well be the best. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys enjoy, if you did, hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome day. Safe.